Mr. Chairman, sir, we had a lively discussion on the budget for the last 2 days. I know that many honorable members who are in a position to make a valuable contribution to the debate have not been able to participate for want of time. In this connection, I would like to state that we will be discussing the appropriation bill during the next week, wherein almost the same kind of discussion can take place. I am sure honorable members who have not been able to participate in this debate during these 2 days will be given a chance at that time. I am anxiously waiting to hear their speeches, especially those of the honorable members on the other side. Sir, before I begin to deal with the various matters which had been touched upon during this debate, I would like to refer to one point referred to by the honorable leader of the opposition. That is, with regard to the supplying of fuller and complete information to the members here. I would submit that we have given full information and have not cut down any of the details which we were giving in the past. On my part, I promise that I am prepared to give whatever information is required. As a matter of fact, I believe in giving full and complete particulars and ascertain the views of the members. We do not want to suppress any information that is available. My task is replying to the debate has been made easy to a great extent by the intervention of the Honorable Chief Minister. He has dealt with the various aspects of the administration raised on the floor of the House, particularly elementary education and matters connected with it. Therefore, it will not be necessary for me to deal with those subjects which have been dealt with by him. With regard to the criticism made by the deputy leader of the opposition regarding the tax structure, I would like to state that the tax structure is under examination by the Taxation Enquiry Commission appointed by the Government of India. When the report of the commission is published, the central government and the state governments will examine the recommendations made therein. The next point raised by the deputy leader of the opposition was with regard to sales tax. I do not know whether he has studied the tax structure in other countries. Sales tax has now come to be regarded as a normal mode of taxation, and many countries have adopted this form of taxation. Therefore, it need not be considered as immoral or as something new. It was introduced in this state in the year 1937. But long before that and soon after the First World War, this form of tax was adopted in various states, and now it has become a common feature in almost all the states. A major portion of the revenue in the United States of America, France and other countries is derived from sales tax. Therefore, the deputy leader of the opposition need not go under the impression that only our state has adopted this tax. Then the problem of unemployment was touched upon by many honorable members. I would ask the honorable members whether compared to the last year there is greater unemployment now. Let us look at the conditions prevailing last year. For 6 years continuously there had been failure of monsoon and the agricultural industry had been greatly affected. 80% of our people are engaged in agriculture, which is the major sector of our national economy. When the major sector was greatly affected, it did not stop there. It affected other industries, and the purchasing power of the major section of the population had gone down. That was the position obtaining last year when drought conditions prevailed. But this year we have had normal agricultural operations, if not in the entire state, at least in the major part of it. There may be a few pockets here and there wherein there has been failure of rain, but on the whole the prospects are bright. If that be so, there should be greater employment in the agricultural sector, and if there is greater employment in that sector, it is bound to be reflected in other sectors also. So from that point of view, I am not prepared to accept the statement that conditions have deteriorated in our state this year as compared with last year. On the other hand, I would say conditions have definitely improved. I would refer honorable members to the press conference recently held by the Union Minister for Finance, at which he stated that there was all-round improvement so far as the economic condition in the country as a whole was concerned. One of the honorable members gave a very useful suggestion, especially with reference to the taxation policy of the government. I am really indebted to him for pointing out that we have not brought into effect the revised Court Fees Act, which was contemplated even last year. I may assure him that the matter is under consideration and that I am hoping that it will be possible very soon for the House to take it up. So also with regard to the betterment levy, we will take it up in the near future. I am glad that the member gave very strong support to the measure. It is but just that individuals who are benefited at the cost of the general taxpayer should pay at least a portion of the value of the benefit that they have got by the execution of the projects. Therefore, I am hoping that when this measure is brought up before the House, it will receive a large measure of support. An honorable member made a suggestion that there should be a minister for social welfare. I may point out that there is no particular purpose served in appointing a minister to deal with social service alone, because social service is all pervading and the whole government work is social service and the people in charge of government are social service workers. I now wish you all a happy and prosperous new year and conclude my speech.